As well as the standard fair use policy, these videos are protected under the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787.
Moors are awake. We are taking our place on this planet.
Islam Moors. My nationality is Moorish.
In today's economic climate marked by recession and inflation, finding innovative and cost-effective solutions to housing and property issues is very crucial. One such solution to this problem is adverse possession, which is a legal concept that allows individuals to claim abandoned properties. This process of adverse possession can revitalize neglected areas, turning unused spaces into thriving communities. And ultimately, it's a win-win situation, both in helping the public interest while simultaneously enabling people to secure a home and property. However, it is important to approach adverse possession responsibly, because adverse possession is not about claiming homes where people have an active interest in the property. It's about giving life to genuinely abandoned properties and taking advantage of all the adverse possession statutes that allow one to get title if you meet the strict statutory requirements in your state. Adverse possession has allowed me to live rent and mortgage free for over 4 years, which in turn allowed me to live a lot more comfortably than what I used to. And additionally, it has severely reduced the effects of the current recession and inflation effects that we're all going through right now. And that's why I want to offer you a chance to learn from my personal experience on adverse possession. This strategy can be used as a beacon of hope, transforming unused lands into valuable assets, benefiting both the individuals and the communities around this nation. So for more insight and guidance on leveraging adverse possession, comment the word ready or click the link below and I'll get to you. It's not a loophole, it's the law. A member of my private adverse possession group posted this. He said, I've worked this property for 8+ years. I put in my paperwork last year, paid the taxes for the last 2 years. He has the power, business license, water, and alarm in his name. 6,000 square feet structure on 1.16 acre lot abandoned for 20 years. And more people are starting to claim these abandoned properties due to what I've been telling them. There's ethical ways to use adverse possession, and this is the way I teach it. So if you want to learn how to claim abandoned properties and learn how to do adverse possession the correct way, comment ready and I'll get to you. And remember, it's not a loophole, it's the law.
Mr. Knight,
Yes.
EJ Capital versus Rashida Bay.
Yes, Judge. This is a strange case. This is a quiet title action in which the defendants previously owned a home that's now a rental home. And back in 2010, there was a quiet title petition that was filed in Fulton Superior because they paid property taxes. And the taxes were sold. And there was an order that was issued in 2012, 11 years ago, saying that they've lost title to the property. It was eventually sold to my client, who's had it since 2016. The defendants came in 2023, 7 years later, and filed a transfer where she transferred the property from herself to her trust, and then filed a dispossessory action in Fulton State Court, Fulton Magistrate, which we went and had a hearing on back in August.
Trying to dispossess your client's
They tried to
tenants.
dispossess my client. The court took judicial notice of the quiet title action, said you're not the owner, dismissed those claims. Now, and at the hearing, I said, listen, will you cancel your deed? If not, we have to come and file this action. And she said she'd think about it. She lives in Tennessee. Never heard from her. I emailed her. Never heard from her. So we had to file this action. We served her, Judge. Personally, Ms. Bay and her trust, both on November 9th, 2023. No answer's been filed. We filed on January 10th, the certificate of default and our military affidavit. And therefore, Judge, we request, we're not asking for damages because we know we won't be able to collect them. We're just asking for a order, quieting title, and canceling her, we'll call it the fake deed.
Right. Yeah, and I did have a chance to look over the file, and you're right, it is a little bit odd.
Yeah.
But sadly, that's what happens when nobody actually does anything with property that passes through 2 or 3 people having died, and nobody ever does anything about actually properly constituting the title and getting it put in a living person's name who's entitled to have it. In any event, everything that you submitted did look okay, and so we will go ahead and grant the relief that you're seeking and get that order on file.
Right.
And that you'll have your order probably tomorrow. Well, no, today's Friday, so it might be Monday before it's actually accepted, but we'll get it on file for you today.
Great. Thanks so much. I hope your sister's doing okay.
Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Knight. I
take
appreciate it. It's
care.
good to see you.
Thanks. Likewise.
Take care.
Here. Thanks, Mr.
Now, the purpose of this video was to just show you that when you listen to these Moorish sovereign citizens and all of their scams, All of this stuff that they do can easily be overturned by a judge when the correct owners go through the court systems and reclaim their properties. So it makes absolutely no sense to listen to gurus like this guy who's trying to sell you a dream that he can get you into these homes. It all can just be undone by a judge. So don't waste your time. Do something more productive with your time. Point blank period. Because none of this stuff works. Now, if you guys were wondering whether this guy was a Moor or not, he clearly is. Look, you see the Moorish flag, and below that, you see none other than Taj Tariq Bey. All of these people learn from Grandmaster Teacher Taj Tariq Bey. That's where all of this nonsense comes from. All of the sovereignty and all of this just crap. So don't waste your time. Be productive citizens.